Hi, Stitchers! Welcome to the Pattern Queens special extra. This is my WIP parade for March. My name is Laura, and I am one half of the Pattern Queens. Keisha was feeling pretty under the weather today and just wasn't up to filming, so I thought I would go ahead and do this and get it out here. We'll figure out what we'll put up for next week. And if we have to skip, we'll put a note out and let you know. I have everything stacked here. I don't think you can you'd see a little bit up here. But these are my projects. In case you haven't been here before, I started the year with 181 WIPs, and my plan is to go through and stitch on a group of them every month and see what kind of progress I can make. I am also doing WIP Go, and those challenges come up monthly, and I don't think I brought the one in, but you guys will know. You'll be able to look back and see the other one that I have pulled up. So I'm going to jump into it. My first one is Ackworth Friendship Book from With My Needle. This is Ellen Chester. This is a really pretty piece, and you end up making this really sweet little book down here. And for whatever reason, I listed this as a small. It's not like I'm doing them individually. Each one individually would be a small. So this is what I have. I'm using black raspberry jam floss on this really pretty piece. Picture this plus linen. I don't have the name of it out and with me, but that is my first one for the month. And I am going to put things away as I go, or I will have a mess. So hopefully I will make a little bit of progress on that. When I started it, I was still an in-hand stitcher, and so I was having a little more trouble working with it, so I'm hoping to see some better progress. Next up is All Together Now from Ink Circles. I have the whole set of the first base and Here Comes Treble, which are shown down here in the corner, to go with this. And I just chose a piece of linen. This is Silk Weaver linen from my stash, and probably this is the bottom because that's how I like to start. And it's really, you're not getting it at all. Let me try. It's much richer than that. Really pretty piece of fabric. And I have it in this cute little bag. Blue Q bag. That one will be fun this month too. Next up, I have Hands On Design. This one is from their Around the Holidays series, and it's called Grown with Love. I'm doing this one. And I have a pretty good start. I think originally I had picked this up to do as a smalls exchange piece. And I really kind of like it more too much to let it go. I don't know if I would still give it away or not, but I have, when you buy this one, it comes with the finishing from Lois, so I have that velveteen ready to go. Okay, then next is Shepherd's Spring from Shepherd's Bush, and I'll get real close with it for you. It comes as a full kit. I started at the bottom, so I have just a little bit done. I have the sheep row, and I'll continue progressing up on that one. See how far I make it. If you have not done a Shepherd's Bush kit, they are so fun. So first of all, it's really nice linen, and then it's all silks usually. And you get to learn some specialty stitches, and their directions are really, really good. Next up, one that I started as part of my 22 for 22 is Half the Fun from Ink Circles. I think that Tracy is releasing this. This was from a Black Needle box last March originally. I believe Tracy's releasing this at Market. And I have a tiny start. I'm using Rami's Creations Ocean Waves floss. and a piece of fabric from my stash. You're going to hear that a lot. A piece of fabric from my stash. And I had just managed to get the airplane in my little half-hour start. So not a lot done on it. Hopefully you'll see a good amount of progress during the month. Then I made a little switch in what I was planning to do because I am working on this one for my husband. This is like the first book sleeve I made. Pete the cat, blue inside. Fun little thing. Not even a regular size for us because we changed things. But I have from Mill Hill the Jim Shore kit Ace. That's my nickname for my husband. He has no idea I'm working on this. I started this on the kit Ada, and I have used the wrong color in one place, and this is so hard on my hands that I just can't do it. So I am going to restart this. I'll figure out which DMCs I've already used, and I'll pull some extra. I'm going to restart it on a piece of linen from my stash and see if I can actually move it along. I just haven't wanted to work on it because it's just not fun for me. Then I have Spring Flower Sampler. Try it again. Spring Flower Sampler from Sam Sarah. It's part of the Sadie Stewart line. And this one is so fun because it's on this plaid. And I just have, actually, this goes this way, I think. I just have that little start. I started right in the middle, I believe, just because I wanted to make sure that I got it placed appropriately on my fabric. And this one I have in a frog sleeve. That's part of a Tula Pink line. Next up, I have my working copy. It's Sweet Spring from Satsuma Street. This one is gorgeous, and I think she does hers on a soft teal fabric, but I am using 28 count flapper from Picture This Plus. And oh my, I love how the colors are showing on here. This one should be so fun to work on. We'll see if I get more of that bunny in and see how far I can get. This may be one that if it's moving along, oh, I'm just flashing you there. If I'm moving along, I may just stick with it and finish this one. So I may strategically plan and place it towards the end of my stitching time. I'm also expecting this month that I will be doing some model stitching. So this month is has slightly fewer projects than other months do. This next one I also substituted in here. It's Gone Batty from Brenda Gervais. And it's so cute, but you know me, I'm a purple girl. So I am stitching this on 32 count Wisteria from Color and Cotton. I'm trying to see. I actually think this may end up being a new start because I don't see anything on this one. I thought I started it during our 22 for 22, but anyway, we'll see if I start that one or if I set it aside and pull something else out. I'm not ready to start. I have other things that I'm ready to start before I would start this. Now, this next one is an old one. I'm looking at this. It's from 2004, and it's called No Idleness. I got this at a retreat. Now, I like the verse. I like the alphabet. I don't think I like the wool pieces on it. So I think I can rework how I think I can move the words the work from here over to this space and just make it a full little sampler. This one was designed by Marva Owen, and Marva unfortunately lost her battle with breast cancer several years ago. but I would really like to finish it. And I started this one, and of course I changed colors on letters that mean something to me. So the JKLB and the letter P, my maiden name, started with a P. I've changed those to reflect my family. And this one, oh my gosh, you guys. Katie every once in a while finds fabulous fabric. This is a Tula Pink fabric. It's an older one. You can't find this hardly at all. She found something pretty to go inside it. So pretty. Then one that I have not touched in a while, and I love this one, so I'm really excited for it to come out. It's the Celtic Band Sampler from Homespun Sampler. And I am doing this in my own conversion of overdyed flosses. And I'm stitching it on a 32 count solo linen from Silk Weaver. And that's how far I am. So my colors will be very similar, but because they're overdyes, they'll just have a little more movement. I already put in my date, which looks like it was 2013. So it will be one that has an incorrect date, but I am not ripping that out and redoing it. This one is in one of my very favorite sleeves. It's so fun, and it's my colors for sure, purple and pink, and so cool. Then one that I started after hearing about Fiona is Tribal Hippo from White Willow Stitching. If you follow Pam and Steph, Stephanie stitched this a long time ago. Hers is done. I don't know what she's done with it, but hers is done. I did not iron my stuff, you guys, so it looks terrible. But here it is. That's what I have done. And this is also a piece of Picture This Plus fabric. Let me see if I have the tag down in here. No, I do not. But I am stitching with Deep Sea on this fabric. I love it. I just thought it felt more like water and where you would find the hippo. This is in a sleeve. We just found more of this fabric, so we have some of this in the shop right now. And I think we're calling it Mythical Springs. So it's got the, here we go, sea monster over here. And then I have to find where he is. There's a swan in here, but also there is a unicorn. And all of it kind of looks like that oil spill. So it's a fun one. Now, the next one is one that Katie kind of had a hard time deciding whether she was choosing this one or another one that I have, another blackbird that I have for her choice. But she ended up choosing Anniversaries of the Heart. And the next time Keisha and I do a regular floss tube, I will show you that I managed to finish the first pattern, which is Snow Garden. But this one is the 2008 Mystery Bonus Sampler. It will look like this when I'm finished. So in 2008, they came out with a different part through multiple charts. I am on the third one, and this one is called Blessings and Kind Wishes. And it's this really pretty one with the house. You know me and houses. And I am doing mine on a piece of 35 count KC blend from R&R. They worked closely with the old mill. They used to have events here regularly. So we have some fun fabrics named. Marva's blend is Marva Owen that I just showed you that pattern earlier, No Idleness. But this is where I am. If I would put this in, that would be easier. There we go. This is where I am. I made a little oops. I know I did. I've already kind of fixed it, and nobody will know except me. So I'm not pulling it out. I think I can get through that house. We'll see if I can get through the rest of this pattern this month. This might be another one that I choose to work on a little extra after I've finished the rest of the monthly stitching. Okay, then next up, and you guys are seeing these kind of in size order. Next up is one that I inherited from a friend who just didn't think it was something that she could work on anymore, and I've never pulled it out and worked on it because it's a little overwhelming. So this one is Teresa Winslower's Fruit Bell Pull. Now, you guys, the fabulous thing about this is that my friend has already stitched this much of it. It came as a kit. So she has done the bottom 3, and I have 3 to go. So currently she stopped. Oh, I think she decided she was skipping the apples because she thought they looked too much like 2 of the other squares. So she skipped on to the grapes and was only going to put 5 on here instead of 6. Her stitching is beautiful, and I am really excited to work on this, and we'll see how I do. I actually think that this is probably, yeah, this is a 28 count even weave, and we all know my feelings about even weave, but I am going to persevere and try this and see how it works. It's a 28 count even weave fabric, so all of the called for since it was a kit. So that is everything that I have pulled. Now, WIP Go has already been called, and my WIP Go for this month is the monthly WIP closest to a finish. So after I go through and work on everything, then I will see what's closest. Last month that meant that I actually, or this month, since it's still February, that meant that I actually had a finish. And I finished one of my little ones. I have a couple more that are close, and I may work on those today and tomorrow and see where I get. I will also work on my Life After Death, which I'll show in our next floss tube, regular floss tube as well. I have a milestone on it, so that's kind of exciting. But my other choice is Keisha's choice. So again, that will be Blackberry House by Plum Street Samplers. And you've seen that one. If you don't remember that, go back to January and watch our wrap up toward the end of the month, because that's what I worked on during that month. But I'll be pulling it out and you'll see it when I work on it again. Now I have one other that if I get a chance, I would love to start this one. And maybe I will quickly look this up so that you can see what it looks like. It's Thistle by Carolyn Manning Designs. And it kind of fits with the month. And I just think it would be fun to start this one. I keep seeing people working on this type of pattern, and they're so pretty. So it looks like this. It's all the purples and greens. That is so me. And like I said, I just have my working copy. And actually, I probably won't even work from this because I can use this on Pattern Keeper. But it calls for all DMC, and it's only, it's not a very long list. It's just this. When you get charts from her, you get it in color and in black and white. It's pretty easy to load into Pattern Keeper, but that's one that I just would need to pull out a piece of fabric and get started. That is it. Those are the projects I'll be working on during March. I hope that you'll check back with us and see what kind of progress we're making. I'm trying to pull out my fun every day I've been having a little bit of problem with my wrist and the perforated paper, but hopefully I will be able to get in and work on that one as well, make some good progress. We did get all of the charts, so we're really excited about that. With that, I will just say bye bye. Have a great week.